Welcome. In this episode, I'm going to talk about investment for teenagers. I'm going to break it down by investment for time, and also I'm going to break it down investment for money. If you're new to this channel, I'm Sunil Kalbandi. I enjoy talking about finance and help people get their financial freedom. If you're a millennial or a Gen Z looking to save some money to buy your first car, or maybe pay for your college, or maybe buy some Taylor Swift tickets, I will cover how you want to manage your time and then also your resources, in this case, money. As a teenager, you guys have plenty of time. So you guys are probably time billionaires. So you have little capital or money, but have lots and lots of time right now. So I thought probably it's very important to talk about how to invest your time wisely before getting into the money. Because money, even though it's important, but I'm assuming you guys don't have a lot of money right now to invest or spend or save. But whatever you have, we're going to talk about it. But let's cover investing for time. Also, these are the things which I wish I knew or somebody had told me when I was a teenager. So these are something which I've learned over a period of time. And when I think about what I would have done if I'd gone back as a teenager, these are probably the few things which I'm going to talk about. So investing time. So this is the age of doing things, learning, and listening. So I want to repeat that. This is the age of doing different things, learning, and listening. So it's probably easier said than to ask you guys to learn and listen. But if you are interested in a video like this, chances are you guys are already interested to like to know what needs to be done. So the number one is become financially literate or money literate. So what I would like you to guys to do or people is to at least read some fundamental books which will set you for life. Few books I recommend is 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, Millionaires Fast Lane. Then there is Rich Dad Poor Dad, Psychology of Money. I will teach you to be rich and a simple path to wealth. Probably these few books, in my opinion, are extremely great. It's not a complicated book to read, but it will give you fundamentals about how to think in a different way. So we've been told by our parents, by books, movies, and everywhere else, the path to success is good education, college, the job, and retire by 65. But I feel it's like the books and other things will give you some insight about trying to come out of that mold and then look at there are different ways to get to that stage. And then also it's just a different type of mindset. I feel it's like, if you really read these few books, you are in much better place to understand what are the different options, what are the habits you need to cultivate, and then what should I do uh, to make sure I cultivate new habits. And at the end of the day, it's new habits was what dictates how the life's going to be. So number one is becoming financially literate. Number two is go try out different things. This is the time you want to try as many different things as possible. And by no means I'm saying to do something illegal or get into drugs, or I'm talking about try to find anything which is interesting. You have plenty of time. Go read a book, YouTube, podcast, or do something for people you admire. This is a time where you want to try out different things to know what you really like. If you try out 10 things and then probably one or two things if you like, maybe that's a gateway to your passion. So people talk about passion all the time, but trying to find passion is about deduction. You want to try out a few things to know what you like. If it's something you already know, great, you're in a great place. If you're not a clue about what needs to be done, this is a time where you want to spend a lot of time trying to do different things, no matter what it is. Anything you fancy, try it out, and then you have all the time needed. And everything on internet is available. All the books, all the courses, you name it, there is available on the internet. You just have to have the patience and the idea that is going to the patience and trying to look for different things to find your passions. Once you find your passion, you're set for life, and then you just have to focus improving your passions or working out towards that. So number two is try out different things. So number three is learn a skill which is on high demand right now. So right now I'm in February 2024 when I'm recording. The high skills are obviously Web3, AI, cybersecurity, machine level language, cloud services. So anything to do with the coding, you want to learn some coding. So I know a friend who works for Meta or Google and other things. As software engineers are earning more than 500 to $700,000 just by becoming a really good software engineers. So you can either go to 4 years degree, get a software engineering, and then get to a place where you're skilled enough, or you could start right now, making sure that you go through the tutorials, whatever language it is, get onto the GitHub, get your portfolio done, and you're set. You know, not only you're learning the skill, but also it pays above normal. And then you're always trying to, in my opinion, you want to look for a job where you know once you get to a marketplace, you are getting paid more than the hourly rate. So hourly rate, whatever, if it's $11, you want to look for a job which has a high demand, which pays more, and also there's a huge growth. Okay, so try to think in terms of how high the growth is at the moment, the tech. So number three is to look or learn skills which are in high demand right now. Number four probably is to document your journey. There's few reasons why you want to document your journey. One is you don't remember. I know don't remember all the small accomplishments I did throughout my life, and then also mistakes I've made so that I can remember and then correct it, other things. So that is number one. Number two is writing. By documenting, what I meant is writing. It's the number one skill in terms of communication. So if you want to be a CEO, or when you look at successful entrepreneurs or CEOs you admire, they're excellent storytellers and they always have a lot of stories from their childhood. And I feel I didn't do it. Hopefully, I'm going to try to make my kids do it. Is to start documenting your journey. So write a blog, do a podcast, a video, a YouTube, do whatever you want to do, but start documenting it so that you're comfortable narrating the stories and you'll get better and better. Number five, video production. Learn video production. So we are in a place where there is virtual reality, YouTube, every type of social media and other things. It's a very visual environment these days. So you want to be better at recording video. That's my, you have the time. All you need is a phone, which I'm guessing everybody has a phone these days. Just coming up with an idea to document other things is probably a really great skill to have. So not only you can document your own journey, but you can come up with a passive idea or something like that. It takes a while to establish yourself, which I'm trying myself. So, but you want to have the habit of getting into understanding the video production. So a script, recording, editing, audio, and the promotion, and then selling all the stuff. So all the part of the video production probably is a very good skill you want to spend your time when you have the time right now. And number six is trying to find a passive idea, a business idea where it might work. So one of the things I want to try to think about is like system versus goal. So system versus goal was coined by, I think, Scott Adams, is one of the cartoonists for Dilbert. So system is something, it's flexible. You have a long-term goal is very rigid. So you have a goal of 100,000. It's very difficult to get to 100,000 without having a proper plan. But a system is, I'm going to get to 100,000, but I'm going to save 10, 20, 30 pounds every week and get to that system. So it's just a way of thinking systems to make sure that you're getting to 100,000 than to have a goal and other things. So try to think in terms of system versus goal, and then spend your time on things what you like. So these are probably the six things which I would invest my time as a teenager to think long term. Okay. So let's jump into investment for money. So in this investment for money, I'm going to talk about saving as well as spending as well. Okay. So it's not just about saving, but also you need to spend on the right things as well. Okay. So, first of all, as a teenager, you want to spend money on cool experiences as much as you can. Saving £50 for a long term, while you could have gone with your friends, going on a date to a movie or a skate park or any other place, is worth a lot more than saving £50. £50, because £50 might be a big amount right now, but your earning will increase over time. You can and you will add more money to your savings right now. Don't skip on fun experiences. So have as many fun experiences as possible, but have a don't say no. So don't be so frugal that you're missing on experiences. It has to be case by case. You need to make a decision. But I'm just saying, good experiences will have a good impact, good memories, and it's good for mental health. So don't skip on experiences. I think that's number one tip to in terms of saving or investing money is not to be frugal. I would say the main thing is to make some money. So it doesn't matter what it is. Uh, get the habit of making some money. Look at top 10 ideas or whatever in your area. Mow the lawn, rake the grass, pick up the rubbish, dog walking, dog petting, child mentoring, tutoring, hustle, flipping, YouTube, eBay. There's 1,001 things you could be doing. Doesn't matter how much money you're going to make. The point is to start hustling and then try to think about what needs to be done. So if you ask for your parents' help, ask your neighbors' help, whoever can get you some cash over the weekends or in the evenings, start earning some money. Okay, that's number one. Number two is open a bank account. So the bank account needs to have three separate accounts within that. So you want to have one for spending, one for investment, and one for emergency. So get into the habit of having a bank account, and the moment £100 or $100 goes into that bank. So let's say £10 or $10 goes into emergency fund, $10 goes into your savings, or maybe $20, and you have the remaining $70, $80. What is left is for your spending. So get into the habit. What you're trying to do as an investor or a teenager is building habits. Yep. So remember, so as much as you're trying to cultivate the habits is what is going to set for life. Okay. So somebody in their 20s and 30s wouldn't have a clue, or at least they're not overcoming the mental block right now. So you want to do is to get into the habit of spending some money, splitting some money into savings, spending some money into investment, and the remaining is for spending. Okay, that's number two, is to open a bank account. Number three, first of all, any money you have saved needs to be in a high interest saving account. Okay, that's the least you need to be doing, is high interest saving account. But I would go a step further. You would want to open a junior ISA if you're in UK, or maybe a custodial account. Ask your parents for a custodial joint account where you can buy some stocks and shares. So I'm not going to cover what stocks and shares are right now, but I've covered in a different episode. But you might be, the best possible way is to start investing into some index funds. Index funds is basically a group of 500 companies. If you're in US, it's SP 500. You might have heard there is a 500 company. In UK, it's about FTSE 100. So there's 100 group of companies. You buy index funds. So open an account, get into a high interest saving account so that the money earns, or in my opinion, better idea is to buy index funds. So the compound interest over a period of time is going to accumulate. But more than that, I'm going to repeat again, it's the habit. So you already know that there is better ways to be investing your money. And that becomes a super easy way to get to the, when you're earning more, it automatically, you start putting them into allotted funds, and then life gets much more easier. So number four, get a credit card. So it might be, you might think it's not what my parents or other people consider, but having a good credit history is very important. So buying a credit card, probably a good credit card is the Discovery 8. Is a good credit card. I will link it into the description. Having credit card is gets you in a habit of spending money and then repaying it as soon as possible. To get really good credit card score, you want to spend maybe less than 30% and then repay it as soon as possible. And you're building your credit history. Okay. So you could do other things by asking to join on your parents' credit card as well, so that you can start getting the points, or you can have your own credit card and then start building your credit history. So this is very important. By the time you're in a place where you want to get a better car deal or a mortgage, you already have good 750 or above credit card, so that the rates are better, or you get a better interest rates. Okay, number 5 is building good habits. Okay, I'm just saying number 5 as a habit is very important. Is habit is being literate about finance, making sure that you have 3 bank accounts where you're making sure that you're putting it every month, every week, or every 2 weeks, and then doing a long-term investment like an index fund, or thinking about for college fund or a car or other things. Is all these are habits, so you want to pay attention about these habits. Okay, number 6 is tracking your expenses, so, or budgeting. So you want to be in a place where you understand how much is going in and how much is going out. So get into a habit. You can have a Google spreadsheet. It's a free sign up, or Excel. Start putting in everything what you spend and everything which goes out. Remember, you can't control if you don't know how to measure it. Okay, so you need to know what you're spending so that you can control it, and then you need to have the measurement to control it. If you are spending too much or too little, you want to know. And trust me, this is probably the core fundamental for somebody to build generational wealth or huge wealth better than their parents, is by just understanding finances and then start monitoring it. Wonderful things comes out of just monitoring it. So you will see where you're wasting money, you can control it, and then you can start thinking about how to increase your wealth. Number 7, look after your health. So right now, as a young, you might take it for granted, but your health is good, especially in US. The health expenses are much higher. If you got good health, it will bring down the cost, and then more money for you to invest and enjoy your life. So pay attention to your health. Easy to take it for granted when you are a teen. Number 8 is spend money on skills, books, and learning. So you might think I'd rather save £100. So £100 doing a course on a Udemy skill or Coursera could earn you 100,000 to thousands and millions. You don't know where it's going to take, but the 100 on the best earning stock will only take you so much. Okay, so I'm not saying investing into stocks is not a good idea, or investing into a better investment, but the best investment you can do at this age is to invest in yourself. Find a passion, whatever you like, buy books, buy a course, learn new skills, so invest into those skills. I would say that's number 8. I'm going to say a couple more things which are probably a little controversial. But the number 2 is to invest a little bit in crypto, reading all the literature and other things. Bitcoin, Web3 is something which will happen, and I just buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. Again, I want to disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. What I want you to do is invest a very small amount of money on maybe a Coinbase, few £10, £15, or whatever, but have some diversification or some exposure to crypto as well as stocks and shares and other things. So it diversifies, and then also make sure the amount you invest, you're okay to lose as well. It just gives you exposure to a bigger market, and then if it picks up, you're already there, and then it just gets you into the habit. Okay. And number 2, so it's a lot of controversial, is joining college. If you're not sure about what to do in the college, probably you shouldn't be joining a college. So you're better off doing an apprentice or an internship, and learn while you're working. So 4-year internship, you're not only learning the skills, you have the job, and you are coming out with no loan and money in your account than going to a college, finish your 4 degrees, 4 year graduate degree or any other degree, and then coming up out with no skills, no job, and a high or a very big student loan. So probably it's better off doing internship. But if you know what you want to do in a college, medicine, engineering, whatever, go for it. That's the best decision. So, growing up from India, we didn't have any option. Studies was the only way because my parents forced me into it. But my kids, they're young, but when they grow up, they'll have an option if they don't want to do college. I'm absolutely fine with it as long as you know that's what you want to do, or at least talk to people, get to a conclusion, and then again, if you're at 18 or 19, you didn't go to the college, you can always try out something and then go to the college again. So there is those are not rules. Yeah, okay. So you can change and then move from there. As a teenager, this is a time you can experiment things. You got plenty of time, and then there's no risk. The downside is very little. You got huge potential. Try, enjoy new things, and then hopefully this video gave you some idea of how to invest time and how to invest money as a two separate things. If you're a teenager, thank you for watching, for sitting this long. And if you're a parent thinking about what needs to be for the kids, these are the things I would do if can go back in time, or these are the things I'm going to do when my kids are going to be grown up, and then these are the things I'm going to tell them if they listen. We'll see when we cross that road. Thank you for watching. Till next time, bye and thank you.